one is Lisa's movie reviews and shares. I'm going to do try to do a little small movie review. My movie review, sorry, I have a slight speech impediment. My movie review is about Dangerous Liaisons from 1988. This is the movie that started, I'm hoping this is the movie that started a whole chain of events of others Dangerous Liaison adaptations. So there's this one by Stephen Frears, which is the best one. There's, right after they made this movie called Valmont, which is about Valmont, played by Colin Firth. And then there was Cruel Intentions. And then there was a Korean movie called Untold Scandal, it's really good. Maybe I should do a separate review on that one, too. I love Korean films. But that was very good. It's based on this story. And then I think there's a Chinese one with Zhang Ziyi. That wasn't that bad either. I kind of like it. I'm not sure if there's any other versions of Dangerous Liaisons. But anyways, I'm reviewing the 1988 one with John Malkovich, Glenn Close, Michelle Pfeiffer. Now, the first time I watched this, I probably was 13. I'm not sure. Maybe. And I just couldn't get over how sad it was. I mean, it is sad. I'm going to read you the little synopsis here. As the game of conquest is underway, anything goes when a predatory, wealthy widow, played by Glenn Close, challenges a notorious rake, played by John Malkovich, to seduce a beautiful young newlywed, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. But this time, a cardinal rule will be broken. Two players will fall in love with tragic results. Yes, it is tragic. So the whole point of this, these two like to play with people's hearts. And she's pissed off that Uma Thurman's character, Uma Thurman's in this, very young Uma Thurman, I think she's 18, she's going to be marrying a man that she loved, who dumped her. So she tries to convince him to seduce her, and, you know, so she's not too virginal for the wedding day. But then he's got other plans on getting this woman, Michelle Pfeiffer, to break her morals. See how easy he could do. So they like to mess with people and see how easy they can manipulate people. It's like their conquests. It's just a really screwed up thing to do to people. So, but I think Glenn Close and Michelle Pfeiffer were nominated for Academy Awards for this movie. And I think it won some Academy Awards too. I think it says it won 3 Academy Awards, but it doesn't say what. I'm sure it was for costumes, but I'm not sure what else. But I do know Glenn Close was nominated for Best Actress, and Michelle Pfeiffer, well, I think it was the only time she ever was nominated for an Oscar. It was for Best Supporting Actress. Michelle Pfeiffer does a great role in this movie. She's a devout Catholic Christian. She's married. You never ever meet her husband or see her husband in it, and she's almost, not really, I'm sorry. She's not easily manipulated and seduced by John Malkovich's Valmont. And he tries his damnedest. What he tries to do is like guilts her into stuff, and it doesn't work out. But the thing is, during all of that, he grows to respect her, and he actually loves her very much, which angers Glenn Close's character. So she turns the tables on him, which have really bad, tragic results for everyone. But if you've seen the movie, you know the ending of the movie. She gets it, so I'll tell you that. And it's something that she absolutely is afraid of, and she gets her own in the end. Well, gets her own. Let's just say she gets karma. Let's say that one. That sounds better than she gets her own. Let me see. Keanu Reeves is in this, and people mocked him for this role because of his accent, and always mocked Keanu Reeves for his crappy wooding. What is it? Not wooding, that's not a word. Woody. What kind of word do they... I always read in association with his acting. Wooden. What's wrong with me? Wooden acting. I don't agree that Keanu Reeves is a bad actor. He's done a lot of movies that he has just great acting performance. He's not really in this movie that much to make a bad impact to me. Uma Thurman is great in the movie. You know, I think it's like her second movie as Cecile. Very beautiful, very naive, and she played her very well. Who else? Nobody else, I guess. So, John Malkovich, to me, is, besides, I might be biased because he's one of my favorite actors, but he was great as Valmont. a lot of people, reviewers thought like, maybe he shouldn't have played Valmont. You know, because Valmont's supposed to be debonair and charming, and he is in this, but he's very sinister. He does come off as cruel and not really warm, and definitely not someone who seemed like approachable. But the thing is, that was, I thought, worked in his favor, because it's almost kind of like, I don't know what other book I'm referring to, or movie, that you don't dare to defy his seduction kind of thing. And he uses that to his advantage in this movie. And I thought he was great. I don't know why he wasn't nominated for an Oscar for this. I mean, he'd been nominated, I think he's been nominated twice in his career, for Places in the Heart with Sally Field, and then In the Line of Fire, which is a great film with Clint Eastwood. But this movie is great. Out of all the adaptations of this is probably number one for me. Untold Scandal, like I said, the Korean version of this is second. And Cruel Intentions, I never really got into that movie. I like the actors in it, but I never got into it. But I always say that's number 3. Chinese version was really good, so 5, no 4. Didn't lose count already. And Valmont, which was right after they made this movie, with Colin Firth playing his character, and Annette Bening playing her character. I think Meg Tilly plays her. Didn't really care for that much, so that would be last. But this was the top. The score is beautiful. It's one of my favorite movie scores. The costumes are beautiful. The art direction and the castles they filmed in, it's just glorious in France, in Paris, you know. And the makeup, to me, seems very simple. You know, just wigs, and it wasn't a big deal. But the costumes were beautiful. And the story is beautiful. I can't really describe anything else. It's a classic film. It is a very classic movie, and it deserved the Academy Awards that it was nominated for, and won. Glenn Close, you know, she's been nominated for many things, and alike with Fatal Attraction, some people reviewers were saying stuff like she wasn't pretty enough to do Fatal Attraction. Bull crap. She's pretty enough. The guy started an affair with her. Obviously she's attractive. So I used to read that all the time, like, shut up. And same thing with this. I think Glenn Close is a beautiful woman. She's beautiful in this up to the point that she shows her extreme vicious side, and then she's not so pretty. And whereas he starts off vicious, he slowly just crumbles because he loves her, Madame de Tourvel, who Michelle Pfeiffer plays. And a little side note: these two had an affair making this movie. It didn't last, obviously, but they had an affair, so the passion was there, and I do think the attraction was great with both. Him with both of them was great attraction. I'm sorry, attraction chemistry is what I mean to say, chemistry. And I just don't want to miss anything here. But I've never read the book it's based on, and I don't know how to say French words. Liaisons, Dangerous. I've never read the book, but I've seen so many versions of this story. They're pretty much always the same. He tries to seduce her. She kind of blackmails him, which is his ending, and then people's hearts are broken and all that. So it's usually always the same, but the different kind of styles, like this one, to the Korean, I don't know what dynasty it was. Oh, I don't remember, sorry. And then the Chinese version, which I think took place in like the 40s, and then Cruel Intentions was like the late 90s, early 2000s in America. So, you know, every version is great, but this is my top favorite. And then the Korean movie. Check them out. Untold Scandal, Korean, and then Dangerous Liaisons by Stephen Frears. Check it out. Oh, I gotta give it a grade. I would give this I'm gonna give this a B+. I kind of wanted more storyline. I felt like there was some... Okay, how do I explain this? I feel like there's a lot of scenes that were cut, and I can't really explain it. If you've seen the movie, maybe you will notice that what happened to that scene, and what happened to this? What was that about? I got kind of confused, so I would give it that. I think it's missing some scenes, but other than that, it's a great film. Check it out. Dangerous Liaisons. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.